So let's take a couple deep breaths together to arrive. Relaxing your body. Feeling the support of the ground beneath you.
Erin is not physically going anywhere.
Just letting go of whatever's next to let go of.
But she's about to go on a journey with psychedelic mushrooms.
It's an albino strain. Pretty potent. We haven't tested for potency.
That's Daniel McQueen, founder of the Center for Medicinal Mindfulness in Boulder.
We're going to start you with a pretty light dose.
On most days, Erin is a psychedelic psychotherapist here. Today, she's a patient.
But it also helps me understand what my clients are experiencing, right? So we can go into that space together.
Erin grinds the mushrooms herself. A sitter then makes a psilocybin tea.
We really hold this in a ceremonial space, right? It's bringing in not just the clinical, but also, you could say, the sacred.
A guide will be at Erin's side the whole time, potentially for up to 8 hours, talking with her about anything that comes to mind. Studies have shown stimulating the brain with psychedelics during therapy can help people with depression, addiction, anxiety, and PTSD where traditional talk therapy has failed.
It's like whatever trauma it is gets wrapped in police tape, like do not cross, stay away, big stop sign, right? And so we can't actually get into there and work on it. So psychedelics soften those defenses, right? They allow us to have greater flexibility inside.
Psilocybin mushrooms, it just puts it right there. And so we prepare our clients to the best we can, of like, turn towards it, breathe through it, relax around it. It will move through and clear.
Like, we really thoroughly review every single person that comes to our clinic in order to kind of figure out if there are any contraindications present.
Dr. Elise Power is a medical doctor at the clinic. She makes it a point to say sessions can be extremely intense.
There can be moments of joy, moments of happiness, like sunshine, rainbows, unicorns. There can also be really difficult moments, and there can be entering into hell realms. There can be sadness and grief, and those are just as important, if not more important.
So with your next inhale, Erin, I'd like you to imagine that you're breathing this medicine all the way into the very bottoms of your feet.
With her eyes closed, Erin begins her psychedelic journey as her guide sets the tone. It's expected by the end of this year, the state will require psychedelic guides to be certified after dozens of hours of training. Daniel McQueen says the guides here already go through months of training.
These are very profound experiences. In just the right word at the right time, the skillful intervention can be the difference between somebody spiraling out versus somebody having the most profound experience they can. And
we left Erin's session after about 45 minutes to give her privacy.
And how long was your journey?
Oh gosh, mine was longer than we expected, about 7 hours.
We caught up with her a few days later. She says this type of therapy is self-care because, like other guides who listen to stories of trauma all day, she needs a release.
Life is not the same on the other side of one of these journeys, right? It's like there's just a deeper understanding of self.
Most recently, the center has not only been helping people move on with the rest of their lives, but also helping people prepare for death. Patients with terminal illnesses have been coming in and have been finding comfort in what they've seen.
And they sometimes get a glimpse of what's beyond this life. So for someone who's at the end of their life, it can reduce their anxiety of what's to come pretty substantially because they have a direct experience of that.
A new frontier in therapy that seems to be literally changing minds across the country as other states consider mushroom legalization.
This type of therapy is a game changer. It's like quantum computers versus regular computers. In some ways, we're still in infancy, but it does something fundamentally different.
Yeah, that space, it's always here. Yeah. And this medicine will help you remember.
This type of therapy is not for everyone, especially for people who have a history of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. The state is actually coming out with regulations at the end of this year that will outline a lot of things, including the types of mental health conditions that could prevent someone from this type of therapy. If you are thinking about this therapy, do a lot of your own research, talk to a lot of people because these medicines can be very, very powerful.
Well, I think just taking us behind the curtain there
Yeah.
is a big step for many people because you always think about it, you imagine what it might be like, but you guys took the time to show us.
Yeah, and it's not clinical, right? It's a very casual place to be. It's not like you go to the doctor's office and there's like that bed that you lay on. It's very welcoming, at least at this clinic. And there's lots of clinics out there,
Right.
and they're all very different. So you have to do your research and find out which one works for you.
And
If you
and
decided to do
the
this.
reasons for going there, and also how much does it cost? It's something you gotta.
Each clinic is different. At a standard session at this clinic on their website, a standard session is about $3,000. Again,
Whoa.
these things are long sessions, right? So like, a typical therapy session can cost someone, around $100, $150, $200. When you have a session that goes on for hours, and then there's also the vetting, right? That happens. They have to talk to you, interview you, make sure that you're okay to go through this.
And this is not new science, but it's stuff that we're going to start to get a better study on now as it becomes more in the main.
Yeah, there was stigma around psychedelics for decades.
Sure.
And a lot of that science was delayed because of that, but now this science is coming out, it's exploding. Even the Veterans Administration is talking about a program.
Because there's a lot of folks that need it there in particular.
And this is a
something.
this is a last resort for a lot of people where traditional methods have failed. So a lot of people are reporting some pretty remarkable results.
All right, Jeremy. Thanks.
Tried other things.